Over the past few months, I've been recreating different coasters around the UK, but if they were made in 2025. So today I thought, let's do the SMILER from Alton Towers. This turned out to be very difficult, so make sure to watch till the end, as I think I made the layout too long. Anyways, here's the SMILER, but made in 2025. Okay, so we've got the SMILER loaded in, same as always, from my Planet Tower series, the full recreation of Alton Towers. And we're actually going to be recreating it as a Mack Extreme spinning coaster. I thought that'd be cool. I would have done it as like a Mack Striker, but we've already done that to Rita. Or maybe an Intamin Blitz, but I thought the Mack Extreme spinner was more interesting. So we've already added the kind of inversion indoors because it's fiddly and it would have just taken up loads of the video. So it's not that interesting. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and continue building. We're going to go straight into a launch. I'm going to replace both lift hills from the actual SMILER with launches. So let's go ahead and do that. Start off with kind of a slow launch so that it can get on the right angle. And then halfway up, we'll just send it. Okay, let's go about 40 mile an hour, and then that other launch over there is going to be vertical, so that'd be cool. And then we need it to burn off its speed a little bit, so we'll let it do that. Probably a little too tall, but oh well. Let's see how it goes up that lift hill, or well, launch. There we go. Then it goes into the proper launch, and way too fast. So let's remove some of these. Yeah, that's a bit better. We'll remove one more. Let's have a look. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, and then we're gonna follow a similar thing that the SMILER in real life does for now. So we're gonna have it go around the corner into some sort of inversion, but I'll probably change it up a little bit. I'm gonna make it follow the same kind of like layout, but just different elements. So I guess we could switch it around here, get a good spin, because we need to use elements that give good spins. So we'll do the same as it does downwards barrel roll. I forgot what they're called. And yeah, I'm gonna take some inspiration from the Ride to Happiness on this, so we'll give it some of the same elements. Probably go into some sort of loop here because that seems to go well on the Ride to Happiness. Although we should probably get it to go down to the ground a bit more. Yeah, I've just realised how tall this is. Okay, that's a bit better. It's still not perfect, but oh well. And I've also made it go down a bit further now. We'll have it go down even further later on in the ride so it can keep its speed. But yeah, I think here we'll have it go into some sort of loop like the Ride to Happiness. That's what they're called. Clothoid or whatever. Too much speed on that. Okay, maybe we'll do that later in the ride. Let's make some sort of element ourselves. We could do some sort of stall maybe. This is going to be very difficult. I feel like this takes up more room than a Gerstlauer would. Yeah, we'll have it do some sort of stall. Okay, that's going way too fast. I think let's fix this launch a tiny bit so that it's not as fast. That's a bit better, I guess. We'll remove one more. This launch is kind of becoming a bit pointless. And I'm going to turn off the support so I can actually see what I'm doing. So I want to try and get it through there, but we're not really lined up with that, so that's going to be a challenge. Oh well, we can always have it turn. There we go, that's better. And then we'll have it go up over the Marmalizer. Could do some sort of airtime, like outer bank thing. That looks cool. And then we've got to have it go down again. Yeah, it's a very compact space, this. I didn't realise how much of a challenge it was going to be. Yeah, we've literally got no room to do it. We need to remember that we need to fit the vertical launch there. And then we've also got the second half of the ride to do. This is really challenging. Probably the most difficult one of this mini-series that I've done. And knowing my luck, this will just turn out really rough as well. I've just thought of a cool idea because we kind of need some space. We could have it do some sort of inversion over the station. That's nothing like the actual ride, but oh well. Well, I've done another stall. That'll do. And then we'll have it go around the corner, back down into the pit, and then do a few more elements and then we'll send it into its second launch. Yeah, this is really tightly packed. To be fair, we could do some sort of airtime hill over the Marmalizer. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, that actually looks cool. I feel like we need to add another element that makes it spin though, because it's not very spinny at the moment. Also, that's going to crash, so we should probably move that to the side of it. Okay, I'll have it do some sort of thing up here. We can always extend the layout. It's just going to be very difficult. Okay, we'll have it do another thing over the toilet block, because that's what it is in real life. Some sort of turn, and then we'll do an outer bank over these trees, even though the trees can be moved anyway. Well, yeah, let me know in the comments which ride I should do next. I know someone suggested Octonauts before. That'd be cool. But I just thought as well I could do the new Bluey coaster coming to Alton Towers. That's probably already been done, but I could, not as part of this series, but design what it could actually be like. Okay, cool, so it slows down a bit there, and then we'll have it go back down, pick up some more speed, and then we'll send it into them brakes into the vertical launch. Feels kind of back and forward this, but oh well, that is what the SMILER is as well. We just have to find some way to get it back over here now, so probably do another element over the station, and then maybe turn it around down here. Yeah, let's do that. We'll do some sort of 0G roll, even though it's probably not going to be 0Gs. And then yeah, like I said, we need to get it back down into that pit, and then send it into some brakes. Nice little sharp turn there. Now's the point where I think we could have run out of space, so we'll send it underneath the other arms of it. Need to leave room for the second half, though. That's one thing I'm forgetting. I'm going to try and make the second half have an airtime hill like it does and go under this bit of track here. Ooh, that's getting very close to them theming pieces. Guess we'll just have to do some sort of S-bend now. This is really challenging, but we've done it. I guess we don't need a brake run. We can just send it straight into a launch. We'll have a few brakes at the bottom because it'll obviously be going too far. There we go, vertical launch time. We'll do similar speed again, although it's coming into that very fast. There we go, vertical. Can get rid of the launch there, otherwise it'll go way too fast. So yeah, kind of similar there, but then we're going to have it do a turn as well, and then back into the rest of the layout, which is completely different to the real thing. But first, I'm going to smooth all of this out and see how it rides and see if there's anything I need to change. Okay, so I've just looked at all of the layout and it looks really good. It's working really well and it's got a good amount of spinning on it. But one thing we've completely forgot about somehow is the fact that it needs to have 14 inversions because, yeah, that's the whole point of this coaster. So, yeah, we're going to have to do that. I think we're on about 6 so far, so not bad. But it just means the second half is going to have more inversions than the first, but oh well. So, yeah, let's carry on. We're going to do a sharp turn here, just like the other side. And yeah, we're really running out of room, but oh well. Do some sort of weird airtime thing here. And then we'll have to find some space where we can put the rest of it. We're going to have to go down here. There's going to be a really sharp turn, but oh well. Oh my god, I'm doing it again. I keep saying oh well. Ooh, we've got a little space there. Yeah, we'll go down here. We've still got like all of that end to use up as well. I'm going to turn off all the supports for now because it's really lagging the game. There we go, that's better, and yeah, it still looks like a tangled mess of track, just like the real thing, so that's good. Yeah, we're going to keep it going into this corner, probably into another inversion, because we need to make sure that we get all 14. And we'll have it go over the station, again, once again. Then we're going to have it dive back down into them pits, unlike the real thing, which is just fully in this area. We've kind of gone out the boundaries a bit, but I guess they could, to be fair. And to be fair, here's where we could add that loop, so I think we'll go ahead and do that. It's just this bit after it that I'm concerned about, but oh well. Oh, I did it again. Guess we'll just crash into that barrier. We could always get rid of it. Oh, but this wall here. Oh no, that's not going to work. Oh, that's going to be intense. Yeah, let's maybe not do that. That would have been a really cool idea as well, you know. We'll have to find another way to do it. Yes, we could have it do some sort of cobra roll the opposite way to which it actually does it in real life. And then we could somehow get it into the loop. So we'll do that because I really want to include this loop. It's a really cool idea. And it seems to make it spin a lot. Especially on the right half he does. Yeah, that loop's just not going to work, so I've given up. We'll have to add something else in its place. This ride's already too intense as it is. Although, I might have sorted it out, you know. Hang on a minute. I've only gone and done it. There we go. That's much better. Now we just got to figure out where the rest of the track goes. This is so difficult. Yeah, let's add another inversion right over the entrance to the queue line. It's got to be one of the most intense rides I've ever built. But then again, the SMILER is intense, so we have no worries about it not being intense. Finally, some space where there's actually room to build. We'll do another stall. This is probably the ride with the most stalls on it. I swear, I've used this element too many times, but it's a good element, so Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and build the brake run just in case I end up taking the room and there's no room for it. And we've already run into a problem. There's track in the way. Oh well, easy fix, just turn it to the side a bit. Yeah, there's really not room for a proper brake run. It's going to have to come under this bit of track and then into the brake, so that's going to be difficult, but I guess I'll build that right now. Kind of regret doing this now, I hope it turns out well. Okay, we'll add a few more elements and then we need to figure out somehow to get it back into that turn. Yeah, we'll have it go up here, and then we need to finish the ride off. We've got no room at all. Although we could have the ending bit go round the back underneath the lift hill. Yeah, we'll do that. There's a lot more room. We're gonna have to make sure it loses a lot of speed before this bit, otherwise it's just gonna absolutely fly through it. Guess we could add another inversion there, because we kind of have to, otherwise we're not gonna get 14. Okay, there we go. We can just lead it back to that bit now. I just need to make sure that it's got 14, otherwise we're gonna have to keep building, and I'm gonna cry. Okay, so we've actually got 13, including the one at the end, so we've got to have one more. So we've got room to do that, thank God. I'll do some sort of, that's strange. Yeah, it works, it works. I give up. Little bit of airtime there, and then back over the toilets. What an element. And then we just simply connect it over here. Thank God. Okay, well that's a strange turn, so I'll build it from this side. And there we go, autocomplete. Alright. That doesn't look half bad. It looks like there's too much, to be fair. And it also looks too tall. But, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe this bit over here. But, yeah, we need to smooth it out and add the support. And it's going to be chaos. I guarantee there's going to be at least one point where the train hits summit. We also need to make sure it can make it through the layout. So, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'll see you for the ride POV. Finally. Okay, so finally it's complete. Let's actually go for a ride POV and see how mental this thing is going to be and how many laws it breaks. We've already broken one there by smashing into a wall. But yeah, and also probably hitting a bunch of other walls. Not the best in there, but it's difficult to make. Sorry. Okay, nice little launch there. Over the top. A lot of spinning there. And then we go down into our cool little, whatever you want to call it, downwards barrel roll into, I don't know, stall or dive loop, something like that. A little bit of airtime there into another inversion. And now we have a bit of more hang time. Lose some speed before we go back down into the pit. Lots of airtime, kind of inspired by the ending on the ride happiness there. And then round the corner, this is where it seems to lose a bit of speed for some reason, but it's okay. Nice to have a break every now and then in the ride because this is a really intense ride. Nice bit of hang time there before it dives right back down into the pit again. Nice little inversion there. Oh, never mind, that's the wrong part. S-bend. There you go. Vertical launch. Over the top, nice bit of airtime on the front. And then we go into, well, the same thing that the SMILER does in real life, kind of. But we turn to the side a bit and then try to remember what happens next. Another inversion. Before we do a little, whatever you want to call it, outer bank, down into the pit. I love calling it the pit. Kind of like half a cobra roll there. Round the corner into our loop. Probably the roughest part of the ride because it's a preset element. Nice little bit of hang time there. And then round the corner. I actually added a third launch there, but you can't really notice it anyway. More hang time. And this is kind of just where the ride ends. You go around this corner nice and slow. Probably spinning a bit before, surprise, another inversion straight into the brakes. So yeah, not a half bad ride there. I'm really proud of it. I don't know why we're spinning so much now. Wow, okay. Oh, we've even got supports in the station. So yeah, that's the SMILER, but if it was made in 2025 as a Mack Extreme spinning coaster, if you want some extra like POVs of it, or you just want to support the channel a little bit more, I'm now in the YouTube partner program, so you can become a member if you would like. There's a bunch of other perks as well, so check that out. Try to advertise it a bit more. It's just a little way to give back or support me a little bit more. But yeah, enough of that. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what coaster you want me to do next. This is by far the most difficult one. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video, which will be a vlog for Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I'm just yapping now. See you in the next one. Bye bye.